Anyways, you're on the line. What's the disagreement?
I disagree. I think you're the one that's the coward.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything else? Or is that just a disagreement?
Yeah, that's my disagreement. You're the one that's the coward. You
No.
won't admit that black people were the slave owners and the slaves are white. And this is why all this situation keeps happening. They're going to keep it. They're trying to kill us. You don't understand that.
So the white people are starting a revolution against black people because of the wrongdoings we did to them?
Yes, Lucas, that's true. Didn't you show the 1830 Negro slave owners document?
Yeah, but you...
Yeah, but you don't want to talk about it.
So how do we...
Oh,
how do we stop this from happening?
Well, fuck you in the comments. Well, go ahead, yeah.
How do we stop this from happening?
How do we stop it?
Yeah.
What did God say in the Bible to the people in Babylon? What did he say they had to do? Repent or leave the country. We need to get the hell up out of America before it's too late. That's the truth. No, you're a tether, sir. Not you, Luke. You're a tether in the comment. Fuck you, you're a tether.
And
go ahead.
So we either repent, and what does this repenting look like? What happens if I say, I'm sorry, white people, for what my ancestors did?
Well, yeah. Well, no. It's more of just turn away from what you're doing wrong right now, and do right.
Well, I'm not doing anything wrong.
Well, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about all the black people that, or any human being that's doing wrong. They need to turn away from sin and do the right thing. If not, you're gonna have to leave this country, or you will die. It's the truth.
Who's gonna kill us?
I've heard. So you remember what happened during January 6th with Donald Trump?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, he's going to do that situation again, but instead he's going to do it where he makes crime legal for like 12 to 24 hours. And when he does that, a lot of us are going to be homeless on the street because the AI is going to take over the jobs and etc. And then once he says that day, you have 12, the green light, right? You got 12, 24 hours to do what you got to do. Most black people, when we hear, that we have 12 to 24 hours to do what we got to do, most of us are just going to go rob. Not me, but the bad ones are going to rob. They're probably going to steal. The same thing, just do crimes that don't involve murder. But a lot of those bad whites, not the good whites, the bad whites, they are going to get their shotguns, right? Whatever artillery they have, and they're going to go out and do what they got to do, right? For 12 to 24 hours. And then you got ICE. You got Mike Kelly. Remember that video of Donald Trump saying, if we put a guy like Mike Kelly in charge, we can handle this stuff. All we need is one rough hour, right? One rough, right?
So essentially, this is a big setup to have a purge of black people.
No, this is a warning. They're not going to tell you when this happens. This is a warning.
But this would all be a purge, right? Because it's just a giant setup.
Yeah.
Because eventually the AI, right, would take black people's jobs. You're now in a position, you're going to go homeless because you can't find a job.
Well, not just black people, but anyone that's applying for a job. It's just we're going to suffer more because they're going to target the South and the East, where majority black people are.
Got you. So it's going to be just a heavier impact proportionally on black people.
That's the goal.
Which is going to lead to homelessness, a skyrocketing in homelessness that significantly impacts black people. And then there's going to be a day where they have a free for all. Where it's like, hey, you can, I guess pop off on all the criminals if you see someone doing crime. And due to our homeless situation, we're going to be primarily the ones that are going to be robbing during this day. Why would we rob anything during that day?
I'm saying that on a day during a purge, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying that us black people, it's just going to be the young.
But why would if black people know that the purge is today, why would we then go and rob a store or steal anything or engage in any type of criminal activity that day?
Okay, I understand your point. So let me fix that again. So any normal human, right?
Mm-hmm.
A good person, they're not going to go. A righteous person's not going to go do none of that stuff. They're going to try to hide or get out or not get harmed, right, during the purge.
Mm-hmm.
The bad people, regardless if you're black or white, right?
Mm-hmm.
The most people are gonna think is going to go rob, steal, probably kidnap.
But why wouldn't they just do it the day before?
The day before the announcement?
Mm-hmm.
No, because so remember, they're not gonna tell they're not gonna say tomorrow is a purge, because everybody's gonna
it's gonna be like a random day. How would people hear about it then?
I mean, you ever seen the movie Purge, right?
No, I haven't seen the movie Purge.
Yeah, there's a movie Purge. Basically, it just comes out. Most Purge movies.
I've seen a trailer. Isn't there like a loud siren or something? Or did I imagine? Oh, there is.
Yeah.
So then
also,
so then people would be aware of it happening, right?
Right, but when they're aware, it's gonna happen when they're at work. And remember, in a purge, right? The people that they're already gonna be prepared and ready, because a lot of this is already planned. So what I'm saying is, right, if you're not at home with your door barricaded, prepared with your water, food, etc., and you're pretty much.
But why would the purge harm innocent people though, if they're not doing any type of criminal activity?
And that's the thing. That's the thing. And remember, and I want to bring this fact up. Remember, I told you I never said so. Remember the fact you said 2019 FBI statistics: whites commit more crimes, which is true, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying is, I was trying to make the point earlier. During a purge, most bad people are going to be trying to rob or control, take money from people. But there's a lot of whites, the bad ones, the ones that support KKK and neo-Nazi. I'm sorry if I said the word. 3K. They've already been waiting for this day, the green light, right, where they can go out and take out blacks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying those white people, that live in predominantly poor,
and it would be
areas,
legal for them to do this.
Yes, because it was only be for 12 to 24 hours. That's how usually a long a purge is going to be.
Close to 24 hours. Gotcha. And why wouldn't these blacks? Why wouldn't they fight back?
Well, it's not that they're going to fight back. It's not that we're not going to fight back. It's that we're going to be at a disadvantage, because they're going to pass laws eventually where it's going to be
majority of us are going to be homeless, and the homeless people don't have weapons.
We're not just homeless. Yeah, you can say that. Yeah. Basically, they have passed laws where it's going to be hard for us to get a gun. It's going to be hard. And then also, I've heard this from many people, but I've heard that the average white male carries a AR-15,
mm-hmm.
and most blacks, don't carry it. No, I can't really show a statistic for that, but I just heard a phrase, like a term that a lot of black people don't want to. I know we rap. I know there's songs and rappers talking about it, but when we're talking about the average black person, especially young black male, it's not walking around with an AR-15, right? So, and then the biggest one, you already know about Iran, how Trump is destroying the blockade. I'm still trying to understand that part, but so eventually, how our oil comes from Iran to China, then U.S., right? Eventually, there's going to be like a 20, 30, 6-day delay where you don't have no access to food, water, because our trucks, right, they transport water, food, emergency supplies to our Walmarts, Kroger's, Publix, wherever you live, Walgreens, they transport those things to it, right? But once we run out of gas, right, and they can't transport our goods, our needs that we need to live, right, we're going to have to go through a 20, 30, 60-day delay. And, that's going to be the time where you're going to have to worry about him doing a purge, or it could happen at the end of his White House term, because he knows that most people are not going to vote for Republican after, because he's already, destroyed this country and et cetera, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then another thing. And remember, I just want to say this right quick. They're doing all this because we enslaved them. You keep wondering why are they thinking about black people? Why they keep talking about KKK? Because the KKK was created to fight away from Negro domination, because we were whooping their butt in the war, and then they had Russians help them in the war, and that's how black Negro people lost their white slaves. And the KKK, right, has been used to get rid of blacks. You know, the G people. I can't say the word. I want to, get, anything that oppresses, so-called white people. But you and I, and a lot of smart viewers already know that doesn't oppress white people. That doesn't destroy the white race. What destroys the white race is,
but here's the issue. Do you think that most white people believe that they were slaves?
That's a very good question. I think a lot of them I think a lot of them know that.
Do you think they know the truth? Because if they don't know the truth, then it would make no sense for them to behave this way.
Yeah. So it's two ways to answer that question, but I'll say yes, they do know. Because the ones that want to do this to us are in the trailer park right now. Mm-hmm. The ones that got up the trailer park, they still have that white pride. They want to, because they used to grow up in the struggle, the country, the trailer parks. Their pride is, I wish there was a day where I could get this person out, right? And I'm not talking about all whites. I'm talking about the ones where they have that pride. Just like us, we have a pride.
So the poor whites know that they were slaves to black people?
Oh, absolutely, yes. Yes, they do. Oh, yeah.
Why don't the wealthier ones know that, or do they?
Why don't the wealthier ones know? Well, part of it. So I don't know if you ever heard a rumor that it's not really talked about America, but through British news and how we have Fox News, CNN. I don't know what the British news is, but
the BBC.
I watch. Yeah, that. So basically, they'll have podcasts and they'll talk about how that a lot of KKK leaders, I said that word again, a lot of three-letter K people go into companies, major U.S. companies, and they're saying that's a big concern, because if the person that's providing your water, your food, your protection, your laws is secretly a three-letter K person, I don't think that's going to be good when you're trying to get a good job, trying to get good quality food and water and etc.
But wouldn't the three-letter K people be beneficial to white people?
If it, and that's a good question. It wouldn't. So in a sense, it wouldn't be beneficial as a way of preserving the race. It would be good and beneficial of spreading their propaganda to try to hurt and murder us.
But how would it be propaganda if they're actually spreading the truth?
Spreading the truth of what? If you're of what?
Of white people being actually, they're the slaves, that they were the actual true victims.
Well, remember, they also want to they want to play the colonizer and the slave owner too, because
so they want to do what black people have been doing.
Yes.
Got you. So it's kind of like they wanted like a Uno reverse on the slavery that happened to them.
Right, but this time they want us to be at a disadvantage. So once all these race wars start happening, we're going to be
Are we at
an
advantage right now?
I would say it's for me. I would say it's 35%. Yeah, 40%, because the average black man
40% black people are at a advantage or disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Because I told you the average black person not walking around with AR-15. The average white person is.
Got you. So the only thing that I'm trying to think. So the only thing that's really stopping this is just due to the fact that most black people don't have a firearm?
Well, we have no reason to really have a firearm unless you want to go do wrong. And most, in a normal world, I mean, we
why
think
do
we're
white
not in normal
people
world.
have firearms then?
Well, most of them live in the rural area, and
So
and
they have
this
it
might
basically
not-
to protect themselves from black people.
No. Well, not necessarily protect themselves from black people, but I would say living in the conditions they live in, like the rural area where there's really no laws. I would say it could be just for undisclosed secret, I would say protection from I guess other white people. I guess you could say that, protection from other white people. Yeah.
But why would the white people
you know-
attack the other white people if they know that they were both slaves under the black person?
Well, remember we learned that 2019 FBI statistics said whites commit more crimes, right? So it would make sense, they get the rifle to protect from other white trash, right?
Gotcha.
Right, and then this is the other thing I wanted to say. It's about how they're planning to get us poor. Now, a lot of us are smart. A lot of us doing AI. A lot of us finding ways before it happens. But you already know about the digital pricing, right?
No, what's the digital pricing?
So basically, how you go to the store and you see and you about to buy a product or some type of good, and you see the barcode, the amount of the price tag next to the product. So basically, when they're putting out prices so you can buy them, sometimes they'll change it during certain parts of the year, like holiday, Black Friday, etc. Right? Summer deals. Well, eventually they're saying that by the end of this year, beginning of 2027, all stores, definitely where we're located, the Southeast, basically all stores in America, like your Walmart's, public stores, they're all going to have digital price tags. And basically, what the fear is that they're going to manipulate the price tags using AI or manipulation to try to make products higher in certain communities based off of how they feel the price should be. So, like, for example, let's say the price tag is
so in order to get a cheaper gallon of milk, you would go to the hood as opposed to going to more affluent neighborhood.
Right. So, but eventually they're trying to make it where black people live. Let's say you need water, right, to live, right? You need water. I think a bottle of water costs $2, right? What if they put the price tag and then they say, hold up, maybe we should make it $10. Maybe this 4-pack of lamb chops, that's $9-10 in Atlanta. Maybe we should make it 20. Maybe we should make it 30.
Is that not happening right now though?
Not necessarily because not all the AI digital price tags are everywhere nationwide yet, but it will be by the end of 2026 and begin 2027.
Gotcha.
And then they're gonna, and then also here's the big one. Basically, remember, that's why I like the videos when you make about telling the white community, don't fall for this Chud the Builder. These white wannabe leaders trying to help men grow and stuff, because they're not. They're just leading them to destruction, becoming incels and hurting people, right? Well, this is gonna keep increasing because I know a lot of good white people. I'm sure you do too. I know good of every race, right? But what I'm saying is they're trying to terrorize their minds, turn them into people who break the 10 Commandments. I don't care where you live in the world. You need the 10 Commandments or you will hurt, or they're trying to turn them into vicious zombie murderers, right? So, what they're gonna do, all the good white people that do live, because there's good white people that live in those predominantly white areas, but what they're gonna do, they're gonna target their water, right? It's already happening in my state, Georgia, right? It's already happening, right? They're telling white people, they're telling some white people that live out in North Georgia, that's where the white people live. They're telling them that you got to move your house or we're going to tear it down because we got to get the AI data center, right? But eventually they're going to target their water. And you need up 3 days to live with water, right?